everyone, welcome back to another vlog. It's going to be another travel vlog, but I thought I'm going to sit down and start it now while I've got the chance to do this properly. In a few days time I'm going to be off to the beautiful North Wales and I'm so looking forward to this. I've been to Wales before but not for a really long time. We'll mainly be around the Llandudno area, but there's going to be a focus on the Wales coastal path, and I'm taking my mum and Ruby the dog with me as well, so I'm really looking forward to it. This trip is happening because of some paid work I'm doing with Visit Wales, but this vlog is not included and not a part of that at all. Oh my gosh, it's just one of those partnerships that are my absolute favourite because I get to travel somewhere new, and yeah, the itinerary they've put together for us looks really cool as well. That said, we have decided to go down the day before and spend an extra night there, just do that ourselves, just so I can manage my energy a little bit better and we get a bit more time there. But we're going to be there for 3 nights in total then. Yeah, 3 nights in total. And we're going to be travelling from my mum's house in Sheffield. And oh my gosh, this is the other crazy thing as well. So if you watched the video that went up before this one, where I talk a bit about how I'm getting on with my new power chair, I mentioned that one of the struggles I've had in an otherwise really good experience is getting the power chair in and out of the car, given the fact that my mum and I both have our own access needs. So when this trip came about, I was kind of thinking, well, what can we do about this? I've got some bigger decisions to make in the longer term about how I solve that problem, but in the here and now, how are we going to make this doable for us? I started thinking about whether we could perhaps rent a wheelchair accessible vehicle and whether that was something you could even do. And then I kid you not, I had that thought on one day. The next day, a company slid into my DMs and they were like, hey, we'd love to chat about a partnership. We're a wheelchair accessible vehicle company that does rentals across the UK. And I was like, oh my goodness, like it was the most serendipitous timing ever. It was, oh yeah, bonkers how things happen like that sometimes. The company is called Open Road Access, and like I say, they operate all across the UK, and this is not part of the Visit Wales partnership. This is something that I'm doing separately, but I thought I'm going to include this because there might be other people in a similar situation to me who might find this helpful. So the vehicle is getting dropped off in Sheffield the day before we set off for North Wales, and oh, I'm so excited for this one. So these clips were filmed a little bit later into our trip, but this was the vehicle that Aura provided for us, and oh my goodness, we had such a good experience with this, and it was really hard to give it back at the end. Just being able to drive my wheelchair into the back instead of us constantly having to lift it was honestly a game changer, and I don't know what we would have done without that on this particular trip when we were having to do that multiple times a day. There's a full reel of our experience and my thoughts on Instagram, so I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. But yeah, really brilliant experience, and I will definitely be doing this again. You know you're in Wales when you pull up in a car park. Oh my god, can you hear Ruby? That dog has separation anxiety, if you can't already tell. I'm literally like a few meters away from her, but look at this. But it's absolutely beautiful here, and the weather has been very kind to us so far, so it's all good. In Llandudno, the Great Orme is a really iconic part of the landscape. It's like this big limestone headland, and when I found out there was a Victorian tramway that takes you close to the top if you're not able to walk, I knew that I really wanted to do it. You can't do this if you're using a power chair or an electric wheelchair because it's not accessible, so I actually brought my own transit wheelchair with me specifically so we could do this. So bear in mind that it's not suitable for power chairs, but if you're an ambulatory wheelchair user like me and you have a manual and you're able to do a few steps, you can do that, and the staff will put your manual on board for the journey. I did really enjoy this experience. I will say that if you're doing it in a manual wheelchair, just do it for the enjoyment of the journey itself rather than having any expectations once you get to the top, because the top is definitely sort of like the natural landscape and it's not built to be accessible, it's not adapted to be accessible. So just really enjoy the views and enjoy the experience when you're going up and down, I would say. I was contemplating whether it was doable without a wheelchair at all if I was able to get dropped off close by, but you do have to change platforms halfway up and the walk between the two is about 2 or 3 minutes, so I personally would have really struggled with that, but still really enjoyed the experience, had some well-deserved chips afterwards, and then we headed to our hotel for the night to rest. Oh my goodness, good morning from beautiful sunny Llandudno. It is such a gorgeous day. I'm gonna level with you. I was having a tough old time last night. I got way too carried away because apparently I never learned my lesson. My hair has developed independent life today. I don't even know what I can do about it, so I've just given up. And I was really on the struggle bus, but I've just had like a 10 out of 10 breakfast and that has definitely helped the matters. I obviously did too much walking yesterday, and then I completely forgot that the hotel I booked for the extra night that we put on ourselves wasn't an accessible hotel, so I was honestly just completely wiped out, and we thought we had this lovely bonus night in Llandudno, and in reality I spent all of it in bed. I managed to get down to the hotel restaurant to have some tea, but I was literally just in bed. But there's no point getting frustrated because that's just the reality of what happens sometimes. Anyway, the plan for today is we are going to walk a bit of the Wales Coast Path. We're heading over to Conwy and we're going to do a bit of that today. The Wales Coast Path has had a bit of an access glow up recently. They've really improved the tarmac and the surfaces to make it more suitable for wheelchair users, which I am absolutely here for. So we're going to do some of that route this morning, and then we've got afternoon tea booked at lunchtime at the Quay Hotel, and I've been told that it's going to be allergen friendly, it's going to be suitable for my allergens, which, oh my goodness, I almost don't let myself get my hopes up because that is so rare to find. But either way, it's like 9 in the morning and it's already an absolutely gorgeous day, so I am so looking forward to whatever the day holds. Ruby, are you on your holidays? I know I don't need to say that this girl is my favourite girl in the whole wide world and that I love her very much, but I'm going to level with you. She's been very hard work the last 24 hours. She's been very needy. And she also spent most of the night trying to spoon my head, which was the last thing I needed. So it's a good job you're cute, isn't it, Flossie? Hopefully we're going to have a better day today, aren't we, Ruby? She's not even listening. She's looking at the seagulls. Okay, from this point onwards, this is the start of the press trip itinerary with Visit Wales that they have comped and arranged for us. Like I say, this vlog isn't part of that at all, but I will disclose that from here onwards is the start of that partnership and the start of the work I was doing for them. We have just checked into the Dunes Hotel, which is where we're going to be staying the next couple of nights. We've had such a lovely day today, and honestly, I can't speak highly enough of our experience at the Quay Hotel. The food was great and the staff couldn't have been more attentive. They were so nice. I've got electrolytes in as well, I do apologise. They had a really lovely outdoor terrace which is wheelchair accessible, so if you are going to do that bit of the Wales Coast Path, it's a really nice starting point because you can go there for something to eat afterwards. They also have parts that are dog friendly that are also really comfortable, and Ruby got the warmest welcome when we walked in. The people on the reception desk, we went in, we scooched in the wheelchair, and they all stopped what they were doing and they were like, oh my god, the dog is smiling. She was happy, they were happy, we were happy, so it was just good times all around. And I'll be honest, I'm running on empty a bit now, but we've got a really lovely dinner booked tonight at a restaurant called Dyaln's, which is quite near this hotel. So although we're still really full from afternoon tea, that should be a really, really lovely experience tonight. Come on then. Good morning. We're starting our day down at Conwy Beach today. I'm really glad we've made time for this because my mum specifically wanted to come here and see if she could find any sea glass. This beach is quite well known for having sea glass on the shore. Hopefully we're going to go into Conwy Centre and see a bit of that. I'd really like to see the smallest house in Great Britain if we have the chance to do that. And then later on it'll be Llandudno Promenade, which is also part of the Wales Coast Path. And yeah, a few shops and like places to go in Llandudno as well. So I'm hoping the weather holds out for us. We've been so lucky so far, and it is going to rain. Today's going to be the rainiest day, but I'm really glad we've had this nice start to the morning because it's so beautiful here. It's beautiful everywhere we've been on this trip, but this is like something else. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you're enjoying it as well, aren't you, Ruby? You've had a nice run around, haven't you? Oh, she's nebbing. She's having none of it. She's nebbing. So this is a bit random, but I recently did a post on Instagram asking people what their favourite indoor fatigue-friendly hobbies were, and honestly I'm going to link that post in the description because people's suggestions were so good. And somebody in those comments suggested pebble painting, which is something I've never done before, but look, we literally have all of these pebbles at our disposal at the beach bit of Llandudno, so I thought I'll collect a couple and I'll give it a go and see how I get on. When I tell you that I think I found my happy place this afternoon, oh my goodness. Before our trip, when I knew we were coming here, I always have a Google and see what I can find by way of sort of like vegan, dairy-free treats, snacks. And I came across this little cafe called Pippinote, and that cafe described itself as vegan, nut-free, dog-friendly and wheelchair accessible. And if that's... Sorry, just supervising my mother. So yeah, vegan, nut-free, dog-friendly and wheelchair accessible. And if that's not my love language, I simply do not know what is. It makes me so happy that places like that exist in the world. So I had like a breakfast ciabatta a breakfast sandwich, and I've picked myself up a cookie to take home. It's all right, Flossie, we're going to go now. Oh, do you know, I don't know how I'm still standing up, to be honest. I'm having the best time here, but this has been a lot of work, this trip. We are all packed up because today's our last day, and when we've finished what's on the itinerary for today, we're going to head straight back home to Sheffield. But it's another lovely sunny morning, and first off, we're heading to Rhos-on-Sea. Again, I really hope I'm getting the pronunciation as okay as possible, but it's supposed to be quite a lively seafront promenade area, but it's supposed to have really like chill, relaxed vibes as well. So it'll be really, really nice to do a bit of exploring there. We have one more lunch stop, and then hopefully on the way home, we're going to stop at the Gronant Nature Reserve. Both of them look really, really cool, so fingers crossed we get to do both of those things today. Honestly, the time we've been here has gone so quickly. I actually can't believe that this is our last day and we're going to be heading home soon, and I could so easily do much longer here. There's so much good stuff to do around here, and I'd love to see more of the area as well, but hopefully I'll get the chance to come back here in the future, because like Llandudno wasn't on my radar at all. Like, it wasn't on my radar as somewhere that was like high up on my bucket list as somewhere I wanted to go, but now that I've been here and experienced it, it just ticks so many of the boxes for me, like the outdoorsy element, the food, the little town centre, the little quaint shops and attractions. Really, really love it here, and just feel really lucky that I've had the opportunity to do a little bit of exploring here. We've just driven about 8 minutes down the coastal route, and we're now in a place, again, I'm sorry, but I think it's Porth Arias, and we've stopped off for lunch at a place called Bryn Williams. It looked absolutely beautiful here. We've just come up to this sort of, I suppose you'd call it a roof terrace, but there's all these gorgeous views of the beach for like miles in each direction. There's loads of outdoor little seating areas, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to order from their takeaway menu and we're going to take it along and drive a little bit further. Oops. Ruby's having a grand old time as well, aren't you, Ruby? Are you having a nice day? Good girl. I chose the scenic route, which might have been a bad idea. Is it going to balance, Ruby? Is it going to balance? Oh my goodness, I hope you can see me. I cannot believe I'm filming this clip at the end of September. I feel like we're in an actual heat wave right now. It's been so lovely. Not to sound like a stuck record, but the weather has just been phenomenal. I'm so pleased. I don't know how people vlog in public. I can't deal with the people We've just done a stop off. We're about an hour away from home and I can feel that my energy is gonna tank any minute now. So just in case I don't get the opportunity to end this vlog, I really don't think this will be one of my better ones, but I'm glad I've captured the little bits that I have. North Wales, I knew it would be beautiful, but it really exceeded my expectations. And like I said before, Llandudno and the surrounding areas weren't really somewhere that were on my radar, and I just didn't realise that the access offering that they have is so good, and it feels like Visit Wales are really working to try and improve things in that regard, especially around the Wales Coast Path. And you had a really good time as well, didn't you, Ruby? I'd love to say that you did lots of walking, but you didn't, did you? Because you just sat on my knee, and any time we tried to take you off, you screamed, didn't you? You screamed and screamed and screamed. If you do want to see the bits and bobs that I've done from Instagram, they will probably be live by the time you're watching this video. Just feel really, really lucky and really grateful, and grateful to all of you lovely people for watching as well. I would love to hear if any of you have been to any other bits of North Wales where you've had a good access experience or just generally had a lovely time, because after this I've definitely got the bug. I would definitely like to see more of North Wales and Wales in general actually. It's definitely a part of the UK that I haven't explored very much, but my first experience as a wheelchair user has actually been a really, really positive one. And now for fear that I'm going to overheat. Oh, are you smiling? Are you smiling? Oh my girl. Oh my gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Gosh, Ruby, I think we're actually going to have to get out of this car, aren't we? Because if I'm hot, you must be really, really hot. I think we're going to have to get out, aren't we? If you are new here, you can find much better travel vlogs than this one on this channel. I've got videos from around the UK, a few from abroad as well. I've got a trip booked for November, which I'm so excited about, a country I've never been to before, and I'm going there with Izzy, my best friend. Anyway, for fear that I'm actually going to overheat or just run out of energy, or both of those things simultaneously, I will just say thank you so much as always for watching. I really appreciate you being here. You can subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.